guys, and welcome to my first YouTube video. As you can see at the minute, nothing's powered on, nothing has any activity to it. What we're going to do is we're going to build a VMware ESXi and vCenter environment live. As you can see on my whiteboard here, I have all of the IP addresses mapped out. We have everything configured so that we know what we're doing, and later on in the stage what we have done is we have configured it with 16 subnet. Because what we're going to do is we are going to have remote users eventually connect to this. So here's what's going to happen. All of these blue cables, as you can see from this Cisco 3750G, is going to be our LAN. Everything on the green cable is going to be our SAN, and everything on the black that you can see just here is going to be our management adapters, so like your onboard, your ILO, excuse me, and your iDRAC. Everything that's purple that you can see here is going to be our home network. So this, bearing in mind, this whole infrastructure is going to be built for a home. Now the only difference that you can see here is this orange cable. This goes up to our USG just on the side here. And again, at the moment, as you can see, there's no activity to it. There's nothing else powering it except for this black cable here that goes straight to our modem. Now I'm on a Virgin Media Business subscription. This is a 315 megabit connection down for 24 megabits per second up. This one next to it, ignore that for the moment, that will be the home Wi-Fi. But this switch here that you can see that says admin switch will eventually be replaced very shortly. That will be coming up in one of the next videos again, and with another one of these Cisco 3750 series switches. So all of the purple cables will be going to these ports here, and that'll be the home side of the network. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this as an edge switch, which will be connected via a fiber connection all the way back to the, let's just call it a core switch, shall we? This will be the core switch in here. So let's have a run through of everything in the back. Obviously we've discussed the USG that's set up here, we've discussed the broadband that's coming in, so the Cisco 3750 switch will be sat right here, and again all of the same cables terminating through this push panel here, and again the same with all the connections on the back of the servers. So starting with the servers, then what we have is we have a Supermicro X8 DTL server. This is currently running FreeNAS. At the moment it's not really too much of a big deal. It's currently got 16 gigs of RAM, one single core L5520 Xeon CPU. But at the moment, you know, it does everything that we need it to do. We will upgrade that in future coming videos. It's got 2 onboard NICs with one additional NIC that I've added to it solely for management purposes, because what we're going to do is we're going to separate the SAN traffic and the LAN, because the LAN, if you've ever used FreeNAS before, you'll know that it's only used for management. Right next to it that you can see is the Dell PowerEdge T610. That currently has 14 gigs of RAM, and again one quad-core Intel Xeon CPU. Again, it's not overly powerful, but all that's going to do is it's going to run VMware ESXi. It will have the vCenter server appliance, so it will be running the Linux interface. We're not going to be doing this on Windows, we're going to be doing this and we're going to be deploying it as the vCenter server appliance. Beneath them we have got 2, as you can see, HP ProLine DL380 Generation 6s. They both are configured at the moment with 64 gigs of RAM, 2 quad-core processors at 2.8 gigahertz, I believe. So again, not anything overly special. You will see that the bottom one has got 2, I believe they're 300 gig Western Digital Enterprise drives at 300 gigs a piece, but what we're going to be doing is the same with the bottom one that you can see just there is we're going to be booting that off an SD card as we have with the top one. And again, at the moment nothing is configured, nothing, as you can see, like I say, where all those blue cables, they just terminate here, so nothing's plugged in, nothing's live. What we're going to do is we're going to do this in future upcoming videos. This may take a while, and this is going to be put into production for everything. This will be the center of the home network. Again, at the bottom we've got a UPS here. Again, like I say, nothing's powered on. Just to give you a brief overview, I know it's a little bit messy, but here is an overview of the rack. So we'll be building this out. Things will be chopped, changed, replaced eventually. Again, with, like I said, the D-Link switch in the middle there, with all the purple cables coming out. That will be replaced with the Cisco 3750 series switch. Hopefully the servers will be replaced at some point, not sure when, only when funds allow that. But what we'll be doing is we'll be setting up link aggregation on the switch so that the servers have a 2 gigabit bond. Maybe we'll throw some quad NICs in to give the SAN or the LAN a quad gigabit link. But this at the moment is just, I wanted to show you it powered off before it's configured. We've got IP mappings, we've even written down a spreadsheet with all the IPs, all the virtual machines that could be running. We're going to be running a Spiceworks machine, we're going to be running an Exchange server, a couple of domain controllers, file server. So this is going to be put into production for a whole home network. So please like, subscribe, share the video, and I hope to see you in future videos.